going to show you why you might want to exit a trade early. Now this is a Euro USD 60-minute chart, and price just plummeted straight through this demand zone that I've marked up here. Now if we move to the 1 minute chart, so this is the area where price went through the demand zone, and you can see that I've drawn a trend line here and we had a triangle. So what happened is price approached the zone and it kept on hammering away, and there was minor supply that it kept bouncing off. So I can draw, there's a tiny supply zone here and one here, and normally we'd say this is compression, but because it's forming a base and consolidating right at this level, it would be a warning sign to exit the trade. Now this is obviously an advanced topic, and you may see this and the trade may work, but it's just another warning sign, and you have to use your judgment, and it could possibly save you from a bad trade. So that's just something to notice. Now another thing to notice is when price forms a triangle, and what happens is, let's just draw a triangle over here. So we've got a very good example here where price was working its way into a smaller and smaller range. So price works its way into a smaller range and the opportunities dry up. So, okay, we had a supply zone here and it would have just missed it. And there was a demand zone here where we did get a bounce off demand here. And then there was another supply zone over here. And another demand zone over here. So you can see that price bounced off of these zones until it compressed into a very small range. And when it gets into this small range, it's best to pass, because you can see there's not a lot of risk reward in this little area here. So the best thing to do is just wait for it to break out. Now compare this example to the first example on the video. This time price spiked into a supply zone and it rejected very quickly. So this is what we want to see to confirm that a trade is going to work. Whereas on the first example we had price consolidating at a zone and it was very indecisive, and that's one of the reasons why it broke through. Now let's have a look at this on the 1 minute chart. So on the 1 minute chart we had price rejecting very quickly, and it then formed a very small supply zone here, bounced off of it, broke this, engulfed this demand. So this is a small demand zone which was engulfed, and then retested a little supply zone here. This is the sort of thing you'd probably see on the tick chart. And this is a 1 minute chart, so probably as small as are going to go down on the euro. Tiny supply zone here. And so you can see the very micro action that led to this rejection off of this zone. The second time price spiked the zone, it was a very quick rejection. And if we go back to the 15-minute chart, okay, so this is a 15-minute chart and price just fell away very, very quickly. This is 5-minute gold, and there was a very nice move off of this supply zone. So it spiked here and gave quite a decent move. But what happened was there was demand over here, and gold has been in quite a range over the last few days, so it hasn't given very good risk reward ratios. And so price bounced off of demand, and then it's been consolidating for about an hour. Now at this point you might decide that you want to take your profit. You probably should have taken some profit here anyway, or at least a first scale, because of this reaction that we had off demand. But once it starts doing this, you've then got to ask yourself, do I really want to stay in this trade and risk it going back up to here, which it probably will do because it's gathering some nice buyers and sellers in this range, and they're wondering what's going on, and they're just sitting ducks and probably going to get spiked out. So at this point, I would probably close a trade and then wait for a better opportunity. So this is an advanced topic, and often you'll close a trade and it will then go to its target. So it just requires practice and screen time, and then hopefully you'll get it. Anyway, I hope this lesson's helped you, and we'll move on to the next one.